well. The plot thickens. Welcome into the Patreon bonus podcast. Hello to you all. You might be like, EZ, did you take a nap? Because this is kind of a late start. No. Fresh as a daisy. Not even remotely fatigued. Motor running hot. Feel good. Feel fine. Lots going on. Just as I was getting ready to start this podcast, I had an interaction with my pal, Fast Jimmy, who one of our dearest family friends of all time. He's helping me with a project. He made this nice piece of furniture downstairs, and he was just putting the finishing touches on it. And he had created this fantastic countertop for the furniture in this entertainment center. Really nice. And this past weekend, he did the staining of this. Let's see. Big ass top. And he put in a lot of work. A lot of work. He set it up in my garage. And the staining process begins. I'll put a couple coats on this. It's going to be shiny and spectacular. Well, it turns out that, well, it's ideal because it's in the garage. So the fumes from the stain, whatnot, better here than in the house, you know. And I've got a heater in the garage, so it keeps it at an appropriate temperature so that it'll dry. So all good. Well, I guess it started to get a little stinky in the house, and that's what led to the NFK coming into the garage, and he wanted to open the door in the garage to get rid of the fumes, I guess, and that's how he hurt himself. He twisted his ankle stepping off of that step. Perfect example of how probably it's a risky business if you leave this man alone for any amount of time. You know, knowing me, we'd go on a vacation for a period of time, come back, and he's laying at the bottom of the steps in a pool of blood. Not that far-fetched. Linda says, wow, not only does he have a hot tub, he has a heated garage. That's exactly right. Heated garage in this house. So anyway. NFK doesn't like the smell. He wants to open up the garage door, which is going to be a problem because the heat's on. So I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Anyway, he hurts himself. But I think there was more to it than that. Because I was talking to Jimmy, Fast Jimmy, the man who's staining the damn thing. He goes, while you were gone, Eric, a handprint mysteriously appeared on it. I'm like, what? 2 or 3 handprints, actually. Someone went up to the goddamn thing and put their hands into the wet stain. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And he says, no. I had to sand it all the way down and start over. I go, holy shit. I had no idea. Aaron says, I like to think he was laying there giving the double middle finger to the step. Or if on the countertop there was like an actual middle finger put down into it. So he must have touched the goddamn thing. I'm going to keep an eye on his hands because there's probably stain on the hands, and God knows he hasn't washed them. Motherfucker. Which reminds me, I got to go grate some foot later on. Bust out my foot grater and take that foot to the fucking wood shop today. I'm doing that. What I like to do is I lay down like a towel on the footrest, and then all the foot pickings, they fall down into the towel. And then I just wrap up the towel, and then I take it outside and whisk it off so that the birds can eat it. You know? That's what we do. That's what's happening today. That's part of the agenda. Megan says, heated garage, that's so he can have cats live there, like Billy Bobcat Face. Well, yeah, that is true. By the way, it is Buddy Bobcat Face, but that's totally fine. May he rest in peace. Buddy, yeah, that cat, man, he came. I installed a cat door on there. He came and went as he pleased, would bring back various critters. And then Blackbeard the Pirate was his buddy. So Buddy Bobcat Face and his friend Blackbeard the Pirate would come in there all the damn time. Kenny is here. Loverboy says, quote, grate some foot. Heard as I grated some cheese for my taco leftovers for lunch. Ew. Yeah. Because that medicine has been chowing on callus for the past 18 hours. So there's going to be a lot of foot to remove. He's like 6'5" right now. He's got over 1 foot of callus on the bottom of his feet. And I have to hack that off. So sorry. I mean, I was gross in the free podcast. I figured I'd back it up with some more grossness. Okay, now I'm excited as hell about tonight's stupid football game. Michigan and Washington. With a little luck, Washington will beat the shit out of Michigan. That's all I have to say about that. I will be at Bosco's Pub today for dinner, and I will serve you dinner. Come get a burger and fries. Would love to see you tonight. Typically on the day of working, I may be working. I don't know. And then sure enough, Doug reaches out. Hey, I need ya. Speaking of football, I want to, this is Dan Campbell after the Lions beat the Vikings. This is one of these post-game pep talks. Let's hear how this went.
Man, it's a great job now. It's a great job. All right, there's nothing easy about that. You come in this type of environment that we have, but I know this. You guys, here's what winners do. They win, and they go handle their business. It was the next challenge, and you guys stepped up and did exactly what you needed to do. It was back and forth, but man, you talk about all phases, complimenting each other and coming to life. We did that. Special teams, holy shit. That was some of the best play we've had here in 3 years. We have been hardened by adversity. All right, we've been battle tested to do what we've been able to do. Man, you got to have the.
These are the things you say when you're a football coach. We're hardened. We're battle tested.
Right ownership, and I'm just telling you, it's the Ford family, but Sheila is the one who we deal with, man, on a day-to-day basis. And without her,
oh my God, they gave the game ball. Okay, so the old lady is Mrs. Ford, the former owner's husband. He died, so it's her football team. And this is her daughter, the blonde. She runs the whole goddamn thing. The old lady is Martha. She's one of the richest people on the planet. She was actually running the football team up to like 3 years ago. Like she was making all the decisions, and she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. She's on another planet. And then she let her daughter run it, and her daughter hired this black guy, and the black guy hired this coach. So she's made all the great decisions. The old lady is shit.
I'm not as athletic as she is.
Yeah, they should knock her over.
listen, yes. No, thank you.
No, thank you. You guys are the best, and we've just begun.
I'm so proud of our whole team. I mean, it wasn't for how many years? Like 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
And I have never been more proud of this.
I'm going to.
Very good.
She doesn't even know what's going on. She thinks it's a hockey team.
Okay. Hey, listen, great job, man. Great job. We're hardened and ready to go, man. We're ready. All right, break it down.
Hey, you all saw that banner out there? We got more of those things to hang now.
I was waiting for Mrs. Ford to say, "Where's one of these black guys and put it to me?"
Let's go to work now. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait.
Do you have
What the? That's a butt right there. That's ridiculous. That's a hell of a pooper. All right, so there's that. And then there's this. Watch these two coaches. They're pissed off. Well, this guy here is the coach of the Saints, and he's furious with the coach of the Saints. And the reason why is because the Saints were kicking the Falcons' ass 41-17, and then they ran a punt back all the way to the 1-yard line. So the game's over. All they got to do is take a knee. But the Saints had different plans. The quarterback of the Saints, first of all, the coach said, "All right, take a knee. We don't want to rub it in their fucking face." But the players didn't listen. They wanted to get some guy on the team, used to play for the Lions, Jamal, whatever the fuck his name was, Jamal Williams. They wanted him to score a touchdown because he's like their favorite player. So even though they're kicking the Falcons' ass, they scored one more touchdown to rub it in. And I don't think they did it to rub it in. I guess for some reason they wanted Jamal Williams to score a goddamn touchdown. So they gave it to him, and he scored. So even though their own coach said, "Take a knee," the players said, "Fuck you, coach. We're going to go score a touchdown." So this is the coach of the Falcons with a pissed off look on his face. And he comes up to the coach of the Saints. He says, "What the fuck was that, man?"
Career. Oh, and Arthur Smith's hot. That Dennis Allen scored a touchdown at the end. He is hot. He said, "What are you doing?" And he's going at Dennis Allen.
He just said, "That's fucking bullshit."
You can read his lips, and you know. And I think he's got a right, by the way, to do that. The Saints did not.
And he doesn't have a right to do that. Who gives a shit? Make a fucking play and stop somebody, you dumb pussy. By the way, this guy, Arthur Smith, he's all pissed off. Today he woke up and they called him into the office and they fired him, by the way. Okay, so this is the guy who made the decision for the Saints to disregard the coach's order and take a knee. His name's Jameis Winston. He was the quarterback in that game. So he's like, "Fuck no, we're going to give the ball to Jamal." And this is a little long, but I still like it because first he's making excuses, and then he gets to a portion of the interview with the reporter, and it gets a little weird, but I liked it.
Well, I apologize to DA because the play was victory. But I also explained to
DA is the coach who said, "Hey, take a knee." Victory formation, that means you take a knee.
DA, it was a team decision. And I think when you have a team morale, and I asked the guys, I said, "Guys, like, what do you want to do?" We know how much Jamal means to this team, and I understood from DA's perspective. So I give him that. But DA didn't condone that at all. You know, he didn't. However, we decided as a team to do it, and man, we got an interception to the 1-yard line. You know, like, so if we would have scored, would it still would have been disrespectful? Right. You know, so
Tyron wasn't in on it, was he?
No, Tyron was not in there.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like it was an offensive team discussion. However, when you return the ball to the 1-yard line, and you have that opportunity, we just had that opportunity, and we decided.
Do you think it's the kind of thing though that is forgotten fairly quickly, or you know what I mean? Like,
I think it should be forgotten, especially when the score is already 41-17. So I don't know how much worse it can get. But I got a ton of respect for Arthur Smith and the coach that he is.
That's the coach of the Falcons who got fired.
I think
it was all butthurt.
Some incredible things. I didn't want to disrespect him. That was not my intention. My intention was to lead the team that I've been with the entire year. And we made a collective decision that we wanted to get one of our guys who they fight with blood, sweat, and tears every game in the end zone. And I'm going to feel good about that.
He is so happy with this. He loves this. He's like, I'm happy that we gave the ball to Jamal. Look at him. He's giddy.
Yeah.
So no regrets, huh?
No
regrets.
This is the thing. It's about the team. It's not about regrets. It's not about anything else. It's about us as a team making.
Okay, so now this is going to get a little weird. This is when the reporter said, so no regrets. And now you can tell it just went up a level right there.
A collective decision, but I do apologize to Dennis. I apologize to DA because that was not his call.
What you said decision made, was it right there on the spot, right when y'all line?
What decision are you talking about?
At the end.
What do you mean, what decision?
Okay. At the end, what decision?
To go for the touchdown.
To go for the touchdown.
Was that something decided on the sideline after the pick, or did you wait till you got out there to do it?
We decided on the field as a team. I mean, we don't regret. Do we regret for scoring 41 points on them? Do you think we regret that?
Okay, you can tell he's getting defensive.
Well, you do have to play these guys twice a year. That's all I'm saying.
We already played them twice.
I know, but I'm talking about the future. You know, somebody's got to play these guys twice a year. That's all.
How do you feel about it? Tell me how you feel about it.
Oh, you see, now that's great. I love that. I love when the athletes say, hey, how do you feel about it?
That's all.
How do you feel about it? Tell me how you feel about it.
Not good.
The reporter says not good.
Why don't you feel good about it?
Because you got to play these guys twice a year.
Okay, so I guess the reporter is like, I don't feel good about it. Why don't you feel good about it? Because you got to play him twice next year. Well, what are you suggesting? That they're going to shoot you with the gun during the game or something? They're going to have knives? Who gives a fuck? It's football.
But what about it makes you not feel good about it?
I just don't. The head coach tells you to kneel it out. You're asking my opinion?
Yes.
I think you should have kneeled it out.
Okay. Well,
I'm just telling you as respectfully as I can. You answer my question as respectfully as you could, and I'm telling you as respectfully as I can that I respectfully disagree with you. That's all.
you disagree with me or the entire team?
Whoever made that decision.
Okay, so you disagree with the entire team. So thank you.
No, I'm not.
Oh, my God.
I'm being honest and respectful.
And that's what I'm attempting to do, too. And that's what I am doing.
So,
yes.
Oh boy. Over scoring a goddamn touchdown. There's that but again. Over doing what they're supposed to do. That is so ridiculous. Nick says someone had money on the over. Kenny says no regrets. Then Nick said no sound on video, and everybody else said we hear it, ding dong. He said never mind, no stereo sound, didn't have earbud in. Scoring is kind of the point. So basically, the Saints intercept the ball, run it all the way back, and the guy running it back gets tackled at the one. What the fuck? Score one more TD. Who gives a shit? Coach gets butthurt, screams at the coach of the Saints, he should have said, it's not my fucking fault. It's not my fault. I told them to kneel. They didn't listen. Go yell at that guy. Go yell at him. Aaron Smith says, should have followed it up with a 2-point conversion. Kenny is referencing something that no one understands. No one gets. No, Kenny said no regrets, but he wrote no regrets, and then he wrote it again, and then says, like the infamous tattoo that everyone has seen on the internet. Yeah, no one remembers that. No one knows what you're talking about. Oh, come on. Yeah, they do. No, they don't. No one gets it. It doesn't translate through text. Stick with the funny. And that means not you. Right now. You have been funny in the past. That joke sucked. Okay? Everyone but you knows it. If you have to explain it, which you did, no one knows it. You had to write like the infamous tattoo that everyone has seen on the internet. Had you not wrote that, everybody's just thinking that you had a typo, which I did. And I know everything. Megan says, we say no regrets all the time in our family because of the tattoo. All right, Kenny, you got one on your side. You got one. You got one. Congratulations. That's it, though. No one else. Kenny's like, see, Megan got it. That means everybody knows. He says, you're like the only one. Stevie says, I knew what he meant. Maureen says, I got it. Uh-oh. I think you got me on this one, Kenny. You got me. Literally everyone but Eric. Ha, ha, ha. Fuck you, you fuck. This happened at a football game. Maybe a hockey game. I'm not sure. Some sporting event. Doesn't matter. Linda says, me too. All right. Fine. Everybody knows. I was wrong. Shut up. Tell me what you think of this. National anthem being performed. I guess the national anthem makes this woman horny. She's got her hands in the back of the guy's pants. Who does that? Is she sticking her finger up his asshole? What a fucking pig. Ugh, gross. Can you imagine if she touched the white part of his jersey and it was a big brown smear that looks like my refrigerator? God damn, that's crazy. Holy crap. All right. The latest on Epstein. So, as you know, all of these affidavits and statements and witness statements and things like that have come out, which have named people. That's what the list is. There's not like a list of people or anything like that. It's just people being named. The latest is a witness saying that Trump had sex with some of Epstein's sex slaves. This just came out. The story just broke. In the trove of documents that are being released, as they are released, people then read them very, very quickly. And like these were just unsealed today. A Jeffrey Epstein accuser claimed Trump had sex with one of her unnamed friends at Epstein's New York home on regular occasions, according to another trove of court documents released unsealed today. The person making that comment is Sarah Ransom, and she said this in 2016. It just hasn't seen the light of day since then, which I don't know why that is. Why does that happen? She also claimed that she had copies of tapes that Epstein had made of some of his friends, including Trump, Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Richard Branson, having sex with an unnamed woman. Now, what's not clear is, are they all putting it to her at the same time? Or is it all she had sex with all of them at different times? I mean, either way, if either those 4 tapes or that one tape exists, that's a goddamn bombshell. That means that it could very well exist now. Now, I'm not into watching child porn, but I think for research purposes, I'm not even kidding. If there's a video of Trump and Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Richard Branson putting it to somebody, I don't care who it is. I need to see that. I don't give a shit what the age is of the other person involved. Because of those 4, a quadruple team on something, I don't care if it's a donkey, I'm going to watch that. She confided in me about her casual friendship with Donald Trump. Definitely seemed to have a thing for her. And she told me how Trump kept going on about how he liked her pert nipples. This, of course, being reported everywhere, but I'm reading this off of the New York Post. Pert nipples. Ransom wrote about her friend in one email made public when the latest batch of newly unsealed documents dropped. I also know she had sex with Trump at Jeffrey's New York mansion on regular occasions. Reps for Trump, Clinton, and Branson did not immediately return requests for comment. It doesn't say anything about Prince Andrew. He probably said, well, fuck yeah, I did. The emails were filed in a since-settled defamation lawsuit case that Epstein accuser Virginia Roberts Giuffre had brought against the sicko's Madam Ghislaine Maxwell in 2015. So, as part of that defamation lawsuit filed against Maxwell from Virginia Giuffre, that testimony emerged. And just now, it's been unsealed. That's incredible. 327 pages were released today, which include the bombshell that tape exists of Trump, Branson, Clinton, and Andrew putting it to that chick. I would be shocked if all 4 of Clinton and Trump were like doing the Eiffel Tower. It's got to be separate, right? My God. You know, because there's been so much talk about this. By the way, Linda says his voters still won't care. And that's a question that I ask Nate Bull. You know, here a week and a half ago, we're talking about what if Trump is on the list. He said, I'm out if he's on well, he's on the goddamn list. That is on the list. You've got a kid, well, a woman now, a kid at the time, put into sexual slavery, trafficked. You know, these were all vulnerable young people in Florida who were brought into that lifestyle and promised, we're going to give you a life for yourself. We're going to teach you massage therapy. Next thing you know, they're sex slaves and they can't get out. That's what's going on there with Sarah Ransom and with Virginia Giuffre. Linda says there's no way it was all at one time. True or false? If that tape was accessible, of all 4 of them, with that chick or with whatever, you'd watch it. I know you would. Anybody who's saying they won't is a goddamn liar. Look at this picture of Epstein and Clinton. Now, look at the looks on their faces. Epstein looks like he just had sex. Clinton looks like he always does, but he's so casually hanging out with Epstein. You know, there's no way he did not get involved in any type of sexual relations. He had to have. Just by this picture alone. By the way, it's not possible for Epstein to look like anything but a goddamn douchebag. Every picture, he's got a stupid, smug-ass, fuck-face look on his fucking face. This is Epstein and Maxwell and Trump. Who the hell is this chick? Now, is that the chick that is accusing him? I don't know. That woman doesn't look underage. Just looks like an adult woman. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck this is. But the fact of the matter is, Trump is hanging out with Epstein. My God. Well, anyway, that is a gigantic story that just broke today. Absolutely incredible. Also today, Attorney General from the state of Michigan is releasing one report every few months for every one of the Catholic dioceses in the state of Michigan. Catholic dioceses where there's been, ever since 2002, when the lid was blown off of the priest sex abuse scandal. This has been a difficult thing for the Catholic Church to get away from. So vast in its scope that it's not like a blip on the radar and then it just goes away. Her goal has been to thoroughly take any type of bit of information from people who've been victimized over the year and then compile all of the necessary paperwork for potential arrests, naming of people, and so on from each of the dioceses. And there's 7 different dioceses in Michigan. And she just finished up one in the part of Michigan known as the Gaylord or Gaylord Diocese. You don't say Gaylord, you say Gaylord. She confirmed that there were credible reports against 28 leaders within the diocese, 26 priests and 2 deacons. Of those 28, 16 are known or presumed to be dead. Of the 12 who are living or presumed living, only 3 remain in active ministry. 1 is a pastor and 2 in retired ministry. We need names. You need like the I-team to go there and bang on the door. You're named in the Attorney General's report as being a fucking pedophile. Nestle's team says all the allegations against those 3 involved adult victims, not children. And no criminal charges have been filed against them. That's weird. So they tried to victimize adults? Is that what's happening there? Nestle says the vast majority of alleged conduct that may have violated state law occurred before 2002, the year the U.S. Catholic Conference of Bishops adopted a new process for reporting sexual abuse allegations. The formal investigation was launched in September of 2018 when they executed search warrants at all 7 of Michigan's dioceses. An estimated 1.5 million documents and 3.5 million electronic documents were seized as part of the complete investigation. My God. Across the state, criminal charges have been filed against 11 clergymen. Of those 11, 7 pleaded guilty to their crimes, while two others were convicted of various criminal sexual conduct charges. You think there's ever been a guy who's like, man, I wanna get tons of kid dick. I am going to become a priest only so that I can have sex with altar boys. Do you think that's ever been the goal of a priest? Like not even caring about anything else other than dick. You know, like his top priority was getting dick. That's the only reason why he became a priest or Boy Scout leader, anything involving young boys. you know? My God. Fucking horrible. Kenny says, literally everyone in Middle Tennessee says Gaylord when referring to the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. No one says Gaylord. Oh, no, that's right. I do, too. I refer to that as the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. That's correct. But up here, that town, it's just what it's known as. It's spelled the same, but up here, the town is pronounced Gaylord. But if I were to walk into the Opryland Resort and Convention Center, I would not say Gaylord. I would say Gaylord. But if I'm up there, it's Gaylord. You see how that works? Kenny says, every single priest ever, I'd say, from all the news surrounding it since like ever. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You know, and when we were practicing Catholics, that was something that we had to contend with. Like, God, how do we do this? How do we support the church? Well, we've got them out. Now there's no more abuse. It's all done. It won't ever happen again. Turn around, another goddamn story. Oh, God, stop putting your dick in kids. Ah! And then every time you see like a different denomination, maybe a rabbi puts his dick in a kid, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah. It's not Catholic. All right. Yeah. Baptist. All right. You know, that's what we were doing. I had a conversation this weekend. I was visiting my stepfather, Wally. And this quickly turned into a happiness party because what was originally supposed to be just EZ, Diana, and Wally, it turned into my brother Push-Up Paul and his daughter, my niece, and my brother World Book Jim and his wife Sandy, my sister-in-law. We've not discussed anything about Madison's personal life with Wally. Nor have we discussed anything about, like, religion. You know, we don't go to Catholic church anymore. We just kind of kept that to ourselves and amongst the family. They don't listen. They don't care. I did share it with my brother, and he agreed with me. He actually agreed with me. So, but he still goes and whatever. I stay in my fucking lane. I don't try to tell anybody what to do when it comes to this shit. It's too fucking dicey of a road to be on. But Wally has no fucking idea. So the conversation is turning to the church's philosophy on gay people and shit. And we're like, oh, God, why are we? He's going to wonder, oh, shit. Because I don't want him to, he's a 90-year-old man, you know? He's probably going to, I cast thee out! You know how old people are. You can't change them. God damn it. If I told him that Madison was dating a transgender boy, his head would explode. So they're talking away, and I'm just quiet, and I'm side-eyeing. I'm doing this. Like trying to shut the fuck up, you know? And then my brother says, to Diana and I, so have you guys found a church? And I'm like, God damn it. Because why does he doesn't do any of this shit? He thinks that I'm going there every Sunday and fucking sacraments and, you know, confession, rosary, all this. I'm like, we're not doing it anymore. Shut the fuck up. It's like, God damn it. I have figured out that if I ever don't want to keep something a secret, I just tell these people, shut the fuck up. Oh, God damn it. This is a conversation that took place. I might even share this with you. My World Book Jim is he is, 4 years older than me. I'm the baby. One day we're talking the other day. And it was a few weeks ago. And we just happened to start talking about each other's health. And I was describing that my prostate is enlarged and I have to go pee a lot in the middle of the night. And I'm taking medicine to alleviate the problem. And he says, "What's up with your kidney?" And I said, "Nothing." Oh. 1 minute passes. "Does this have anything to do with your kidney? Donating the kidney?" I said, "No. It's my prostate gland." Oh. Time passes in the conversation. "Is there anything I need to worry about with your kidney?" "No. I went to the doctor. It's a prostate issue. Completely has nothing to do with the kidney. Period." Okay, see you later. Bye. 2 weeks later, I get a phone call. It's my other brother, Push-Up Paul. "Give me some good news, Eric." "About what?" "I've been on pins and needles." "Is the kidney failing?" I go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" "I was talking to World Book Jim. He said your kidney is failing. The one." I go, "God damn it. I've been scared to call you because I've been afraid I'd get bad news." I go, "I have no problem with my kidney. It's completely fine. I told that fucker I had no problem, and then he turns around, calls you, and does this shit, and you're all worried." He goes, "God damn it." I go, "Yeah, God damn it is right. That's what I'm talking about." I go, "No, Paul, it's fine. I have no kidney issues. I'm healthy as can be. I have a minor problem with jizz, and then that's it. I'm on medicine. That's taking care slowly of my problem. My wife is not happy because she likes jizz on her face. And I can't produce that much anymore because of this medicine. So there you go. I'm not afraid to tell anybody that my wife can no longer look like sad clown because I no longer have jizz. But that's it. This has nothing to do with my fucking kidney." Kenny says, "At least they care about you, I suppose." Of course. So if you care about me and you care about the other brother, don't make up stories to get him all worked up because my fucking kidney's fine. So now it was right then and there. I said, I am never going to speak of these health issues, anything ever again. If I get hit by a Mack truck and I'm on life support in the hospital and my brother calls and he's going to say, "How was your day?" I'll say, "Awesome. Oh, it's great. I'm having a good day." I'm never speaking of it again. Never, ever, ever again. That is my time. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you down the road, folks. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Go Washington. Bye-bye. Hello to you all. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. We meet once again. Kuiper's already causing trouble with his Michigan gloating. I don't think... okay, two things cannot be disputed. Michigan football is number one, the best in the land. The problems become evident because of the fans. Two facts. Michigan, best football team in the land. Zero bit of coolness to the fans. There's nothing cool about Michigan fan. They're ridiculously obnoxious. Pile of shit team for decades and decades and decades. They finally put it together and they act like it's the greatest thing in the world. Now, depending on what you see, Michigan has won 11 or 12 national titles. For some reason, that's disputed. It's weird. Yale has 18. Alabama has 16. And a lot of those in the last fucking 2 decades. 6 of them. Notre Dame has 13. Then Michigan. I don't know what the hell Darla's doing over there. No, I don't know why I brought that up. It's just a little factoid. Linda says, have no idea how to act like they've been there before. And she writes, oh, wait. Linda says, no, Alabama has 17. I'm getting fucked up information. Close enough. Stevie says, great question. Do they get anything for winning? I don't know. I don't think so. It's a changing landscape, college sports. But I'm pretty sure that they don't. Like the coaches get millions of dollars. The school gets millions of dollars. The players do not. The lion's share of those players don't have those name, image, likeness deals. Like J.J. McCarthy, he makes $1 million a year as a college football player, probably more. Same thing as all those other guys that are big-time players like Blake Corum, maybe even Donovan Edwards. How about that? The fact that the Wolverines football team, now I'm going to try to have a conversation about them. In all seriousness, the fact that the game starts and they hand the ball off to the backup running back who busts it for like 300 yards, scores a touchdown. And then they do it again and he busts another one. So you got the guy who of the two is shitty and he's great. So, imagine that. And then after they soften him up, they give it to the main guy, Blake Corum, and he rams it right up their ass. And Washington's a great fucking football team. Their offense was second to none, and they were brutalized the whole game. My God. Somehow in Ann Arbor, they decided to cause trouble, which is just remarkable. Who saw this coming, that the Ann Arbor brats would do something fucked up? But they did. And it's remarkable how shitty this video is, considering we live in a day and an age where everybody has like an HD camera on their fucking phone. Audio check. Hang on a second. I gotta take care of a brawl. Hey. We have lots of toys. Darla, because Washington is not great. Well, they weren't great last night because Michigan beat the shit out of them, but they're really good. They beat Oregon twice. That's a damn good football team. Number 2 football team in the land. At least going into that game. They tried to set Ann Arbor on fire. Okay, that's about as lame of a football party or riot that I've ever seen. And M Live, they're like, fires were set. Look at that fire. That is not a fire. Well, it's a fire, but it's not a good one. If you want to do it right, Ann Arbor is relatively close to East Lansing. Now, those motherfuckers, if they finish one game over 500, they do this. They're that shitty. If they can make it a month without a child being raped, they have this type of celebration where they burn everything. When you are in East Lansing, this is what you have to celebrate, these little victories. A month with no rape. Win one more game than they lose. Not get shut out. Not have a coach beat his meat with the sexual abuse survivor on the line. All right, this Ann Arbor fat ass trying to climb this little tree in front of Good Time Charlie's. That's where the fire broke out. Okay, then you got to get the selfie. They're kind of just standing around, and then this rebel manages to climb the damn light pole. They're singing White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, and then everybody goes home. This is all these nerds going home. Now, these are all kids who are like the smartest people on the planet. Michigan does not allow dummies into their school. You have to be very, very bright and or very, very wealthy or a very good athlete. So these are all students of that ilk or family members. Joe Martinez did not go there. They don't allow Mexicans there. Look at the people are starting to run. They think they're going to get in trouble. This guy's walking his dog. And then they're all going home because they want to get to bed. They got class in the morning. Again, rich, brilliant, or athlete. Michigan State, not so much. Felon, rapist, stupid, inbred. That's what you get with Michigan State. That's as wild as the celebration in Ann Arbor got. That's, you see, because these are actually respectable human beings. The students actually, if anyone has a right to celebrate the victory, it would be the students. But 99% of Wolverine fans are just regular assholes like Joe Martinez and Kevin Kuipers. I mean, fucking A, God damn it. If he even drove into the county that Ann Arbor is in, they would stop him there at the border and say, you're not allowed in. You cannot be here. We don't accept your kind here. That's what he would say. Oh. Hey, what's up? It's your pal EZ with another amazing partner for the Eric Zane Show podcast, the Eufy Video Lock. Oh my gosh. Smart lock, 2K cam, and doorbell, 3-in-1 triple security. You got everything in one device. All right. Rather than install piecemeal, hoping that you got this app that it's going to work okay and that app. And oh my God, this is not just for security, but also for convenience. No more worrying about losing keys. And you can assign passwords to your family members and see them coming back home via the integrated camera. So, you know, like they all have their codes. They walk up to the door. They punch it in. The door unlocks. In they go. And, of course, it's a video camera, so it's all there. You can see who shows up at your door. This is fantastic. We live in a golden age for home security. And the Eufy Video Lock is the top of the heap, okay? You can go to eufyofficial.com/video lock for more information. This thing is easy to install. The setup, all you need is a Phillips screwdriver, no drilling or anything like that. All the keyless entry components make it so fantastic. 0.3-second fingerprint recognition. Amazing. No battery anxiety. You've got the ultimate, I don't know what it is, super lithium whatever that keeps this thing powered for a long, long time. No monthly fee on this, unlike other brands that do that. They just bend you over and charge you a monthly fee. I love the Eufy Video Lock. Get to eufyofficial.com/video lock. EUFY official.com/video lock.
Fuck off, I'm hammered.
He tell him he needs to go to bed.
I need to go to bed.
Patrick says, I love it when people climb and then get hit, climb poles and then get hit by a beer bottle. Yeah, that one in Philly was outstanding. So hopefully that puts to bed Michigan talk. We don't have to worry about it until the next football season. More debauchery. Leeds, Alabama. This one from a few days ago. I forgot who sent it to me, but thank you. Some fucking psycho goes into the Bass Pro Shop. He takes off all of his clothes. And then he does a cannonball into the giant aquarium that they've built. It's like a waterfall. It's really nice. If you've ever been into a Bass Pro Shop, they got those at all of them. Let's pick it up after he jumps right into the water.
Got that. He did the cannonball.
Okay, so those are cops walking up the steps, and a couple of people are narrating as the video is going on. Guy gets out of the pool, totally nude. Now he's sitting on that ledge there. You can see him on the side. He goes, fuck you, to the cops.
Well, that one's smart.
And he dives back in the water. Water comes overflowing off the top. It's got that acrylic portion right in front that holds all the water in, and the water's spilling out over the top of that. Now he's treading water. Now look at completely nude, and you see his nuts hanging down. I mean, he is naked as a jaybird. Put something there. Hey, I'm gonna fuck you something. I'm gonna fuck her right in the ass. I think he said, hey, you, I'm gonna fuck your mama. He's saying this to the cops. I'm going to fuck her right in the ass. Okay, now this is going to come to an abrupt end. Okay, now the guy, you don't see it because they've panned away. But he has efforted where he's pulling himself out of the pool while hanging onto that like acrylic glass thing. Now, the other side of that, it's a 10-foot drop. So you don't really give yourself much of an opportunity to land appropriately. You're going to hear him. Oh, okay. You just caught the tail end of it. He fell onto that fucking rock. And now he's outside of the tank on the floor of Bass Pro Shop. He's holding his head, and then he loses consciousness. He's fucking gone. Look at the cops. They just saunter over, and they're like, what, you want me to fuck? You're going to fuck my mom in the ass, huh?
Knock him out. Yeah, I figured he did not have much fight in him after that.
Oh no.
Now what are you going to do with him?
Well, he's wet. He ought to be able to slide across this floor pretty good.
All right, there you go. That is in Leeds, Alabama. Not really sure the details on that. It says completely missed the best part of the video. The two best parts of the video. He missed him falling out of the tank, and he missed the cannonball. That is awesome. I wish I knew more other than what we know from that. Stevie says she saw that one on TikTok, too. Getting back to the football game. Linda says, something tells me we'll be hearing about Michigan forever in the chat. Yeah, that's the thing with Joe. I could be on here talking about how I've got cancer or Diana got run over by a truck, and he's going to go on there and talk his shit. God damn it. That's why we got to hope. This is what we got to hope for. We keep our fingers crossed that Harbaugh either leaves or croaks. One of those two things needs to happen. All right. Now, that doesn't mean we're like, okay, he died and we did it. We just need to be hopeful of this, that if it is his time, it is his time. And then we will clap. Or if he just moves on to another team to be a weirdo wherever. Then that will be the quickest way to slow this train down. Other than that, we have to wait till the football season starts for them to start losing. But I don't know if that's going to happen because Michigan pays their players nearly as much as the Alabama team does. Okay? They cheat almost as well as Alabama. So I think Michigan is, after winning a national championship, you see, this is how it works in college sports. The rich get richer. The rich get richer. Because who doesn't want to play for the winning team? No? God knows it's not going to be Michigan State. Oh, my God. What a catastrophe. The fact that they went ahead and hired some coach, doesn't matter where he's from. No one knows. No one knows where he's from. No one knows his name. He sucks. And they're going to continue to suck. Okay? I think they hired a coach who overall has like a 300 winning percentage. It's a pile of shit. If I ran the school, I would just stop the program. I would just end it. Say, forget it. No one gives a shit anymore. Let's just end it. Anyway, that man was, I guess this all started with the Bass Pro Shops when he crashed his car outside of the pro shop, took off his clothes, and then ran into the store naked as a jaybird and jumped into the tank. My God, what a dumbass. How about this? We all love it when the porch pirates get busted. This one is great because, you can't get away with anything these days. There's no way that crimes, it's very, very difficult to get away with anything, especially stealing something off of someone's porch. By the time you're just thinking about walking up to get it, the person who owns the home has already called the police, even if they're not there. And I don't know what it's going to take to get these morons to realize that this is a bad, bad deal. It's just not going to work out. And this is spectacular because there's a good Samaritan involved. All right. It starts with dialogue with the 911 operator while we are seeing the guy walk up to the house. Audio check, video check.
Yonkers Police Department, Dispatcher 19.
I just saw somebody on my Ring camera steal 2 packages.
Headquarters to 201. Caller is not home, but saw this on the Ring camera. He took a box and a parcel. Camouflage jacket, white hoodie, gray sweatpants, black backpack.
Excuse me. Hi. Stop right there. Stop. What happened? Stop. Stop.
Coming down.
He goes, what happened? And then he just books it. Now, the cops are slow. They're not catching the guy. This guy in the Jeep. Hang on. This guy in the Jeep here, he sees the commotion. So he gets out of his Jeep. Watch this.
Running back towards St. John.
Oh!
St. John's Church.
Brings him down.
1023.
200, that's a 1023?
Laughing at him. Fucking, that would be so much fun.
Realtor.com.
I would love that. That cop in Grand Rapids got to do that, but he ended up shooting the guy. Boy, when is that going to fucking come to fruition? Son of a bitch. You may have noticed I keep fucking with this mouse. I absolutely need one with a cord on it. So I am today going to order a mouse with a cord on it. This thing is an absolute pile of shit. Fuck me. Sorry. I've been hard on Michigan State today, and I'm going to go harder in the paint. The coach of the Michigan State basketball team is a psychopath. His name is Tom Izzo. Now, he's had some success over the years. He's had enough success over the years that he's regarded as like, well, I think he's overrated, frankly, over-regarded. Too much energy is spent praising him when, I mean, frankly, for the amount of time that he's been coaching, you should have won more. Michigan State recently struggled against Northwestern. And he's known to do this every now and again. Have a bizarre weirdo rant when he's in a foul mood. That was the case here. This person wrote, "This is the dumbest basketball-related thing that's ever come out of his mouth." He's pissed off with math. Like in a lot of cases, an older coach might have trouble with what they describe as analytics. Amount of time played, free throw percentages, I don't know, whatever the fuck. Any way you can put a number on it that can help the team win. Izzo doesn't like to discuss that.
But I am disappointed in the way we played for the 29 years of players I had before this. That's disappointing. That's not Spartan basketball.
Those turnovers, it seemed like they were doubling, trapping you guys out front and putting a lot of pressure and bumping.
Guy asks about turnovers.
Yeah, they were physical as hell. I mean, I didn't like that. And on the other side of it, I loved it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. That's why I give him credit. Absolutely loved it. I thought those guys were way more physical than us. And they did that all day long. And we knew they were going to trap. We went over everything they were going to do. I thought we were very well prepared. I'm not going to take any negative to me or my staff on that.
Okay, so far so good.
It falls on me. It doesn't fall on the players because nothing falls on players anymore. Understand that. So that falls on me.
Uh-oh.
And credit goes to him on the way they played.
You just said that wasn't Spartan basketball.
No, it wasn't.
How do you define Spartan basketball?
Oh, no. What kind of question is that?
Well, we defend, we rebound.
I know. It's what a stupid question. If I were the coach, I'd say, well, typically, I would say not Spartan basketball is when we play like shit. But if we keep playing like shit, that is going to become Spartan basketball.
We didn't defend.
That's just like Spartan gymnastics. Back in the day, Spartan gymnastics was Larry Nassar raping chicks. That really isn't Spartan gymnastics, but for a while it was.
At all. You know, I mean, it wasn't the stats, you know, all you analytical guys, you know, I hate analytics because they're phony. Sooner or later, you look at a guy's heart, you look at a guy's eye, and then you find out about a guy. Everybody in the NBA and college now, they want analytics.
Okay, so if a guy's, 100% from the field during a game, hasn't missed, but you don't like his heart, you don't believe the analytics. You believe he can't play.
Analytics. What does analytics mean here?
That means he's got a high shooting percentage. That means if he puts it up many times and it goes in many times, he's got a good shooting percentage. That's math. That means he's proficient.
Huh? Does it mean we won the game? Analytics are crap. You know what? Sooner or later, guys got to just muscle up. We just came out one of our best games we could play, and I had a guy that played his best and doesn't get a rebound tonight. I don't even think he scored a point.
Oh, he had a horrible game. He didn't get a rebound or a point, and you're saying he had a good game? This is why you suck.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
How do you explain that? Like, you know,
bad coaching. I do a bad coaching because remember now, you're not allowed to blame a player.
Okay, this is the second time he said that. He's getting defensive about this. I'm not allowed to blame a player. He doesn't like the way they analyze with the analytics, and he can't blame the player, so he's got to take the fall. And he's doing it in a sarcastic way.
So it's bad coaching. I mean, and I'm not being sarcastic.
Yes, you are. Don't give me that shit, you bald fuck.
My guys didn't play. You know, I get the football pads out again for rebounding. As I say all the time, I'll probably get sued.
I can't stand Tom Izzo. I think he's a cock. In general, coaches are kind of assholes. Ugh. Jesus. Linda, how can you possibly like that piece of shit? You and Maureen like this guy. He's the worst. God damn. Linda's referencing that at the Grand Rapids Gold game the other night, Juwan Howard was there. She says, I should have spit on him at the Grand Rapids Gold game. Please don't do that. Kevin says, Izzo is nice off the basketball court. I don't give a shit. Fuck him. Now, I'm here to say that if I ever host the Huge Show and he joins me, I don't hold this against me. I'm just doing my job. But Izzo's a dick. Don't ever forget that. I believe that. All right, I got to bail early. I apologize for this. Thank you so much. Talk to you next time. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye. Welcome in and hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. The Patreon bonus is now. The stage set. Snow in the driveway. Enough that it's time to see if my investment with getting my snowblower repaired worked. I talked with you on the free podcast that, you know, when I run it, the snow barely comes out of the chute. You know, there was a time when I would run that through the snow and it would just blast it out to the world. And I was like, well, that's what I need because it's just not doing the job. So I take it in. I go, buddy. And he goes, oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to change the spark plug. And I go, yeah, you got it. I don't know, whatever it is, what mechanism, if there's a belt that needs to be tightened, go in there. So he goes, I can't test it, though. There's no snow. And I go, hey, I realize that. But, you know, just make it as good as new. I get that fucking thing back. And today is the day. This is a weird year. Normally we have snow much earlier in the year. It's the first real snow, January 10. I mean, that's ridiculous. Fire that thing up. Start moving the snow. And voila. It's just like, just shooting it right out. And I'm like, they did it. They fucking did it. They crushed it. I'm so happy. This was the thing on the free podcast that the suggestion was made that I do it. It's like, no, come on, no. We're not gonna tackle that. I understand the ambition, but no, not gonna do that. However, now this is wet asshole snow. The limbs on the trees are sagging. They actually are like, help me, we're going to break. You know, power has Been knocked out in several parts of the area because limbs have fallen onto power lines. So it ain't great. My tree's sagging. So there's wet snow. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God I've got this snowblower working. This is exceptional. I did about one half of the driveway, and the driveway is long and it's wide. It's time to do the other half. And son of a bitch, it broke. Different problem. On this thing, it's got like handlebars. You squeeze the left one, the caliper, and it spins all the mechanism to shoot the snow. You squeeze the right one, and the wheels move, you know? And then there's like a shifter in the middle. You can put it on different speeds, and you can put it in reverse. And then you engage it with the right one, and it fucking works, you know? And now it doesn't. It won't move. So I don't know if there was a transmission issue or what. I mean, God knows it just won't go into gear. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm in the middle of this heavy fucking snow removal job. I'm like, I do not want to have to shovel this, but I got no choice. So I have to wheel it all the way up the fucking driveway, like just manpower pushing it because it won't go. And when I say I haven't even looked at it, I'm not going to look at it. It's not like I can do anything to try to troubleshoot the problem. This is my troubleshooting. Let go of the thing. Pull it down again. No. Change the gear from first to fifth into reverse. Do it again. Nothing. Oh, fuck. I'm screwed. Wheel it up the driveway and then get out the snow shovel. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. The first thing I do, I take off all of my clothes. I mean, like everything. I mean, no jacket, no hat, no gloves. I got my boots on. I did not take off my pants. And I got this sweatshirt on. And I was sweating my dick off. I should have gone just down to my T-shirt because you move 1 inch of snow and it's so fucking heavy you wouldn't believe it. And then you can't even throw it. It's so heavy. Linda says YouTube it. No, we covered that today. No, I'm not going to YouTube that. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. The bigger drag is that we're supposed to get a foot on Friday. And here I am with this fucked up snowblower. Son of a bitch. So I'm like, God damn it. This thing might be on its last leg. I've had it for, I don't know, but about 16 years old. That's pretty old, isn't it? Fuck. This is embarrassing. So I had to fucking break my back to get that shit done. Completely exhausted. Wanted to take a nap. Pooh Bear's sound asleep. With the dogs, because it's, snow day. Lus called the snow day. Breaking news.
And Lus calls the snow day. Oh my goodness. Woo! No school for me tomorrow. Lus just called the snow day.
Aaron says I had to drive all the way to Newaygo, Michigan at 11 last night. Everyone was ditched. Why anyone was out driving in that shit was beyond me. Well, why were you out there? It better have been a damn good reason if you're going to throw them under the bus. Were you running from the cops? Was there a family emergency or something like that? Sorry to hear that. Whatever it is, it was what the fuck you were out there for. Yeah, all these idiots out driving while I was driving. You saw on the thumbnail that Hunter Biden is my thumbnail for this podcast. Check out my man. That is the look of a guy who's pissed off. Okay? Now, let me just say this. You know, when it comes to all of the shit going on in politics, being that Biden has been in office for as long as he has, and there's all this talk about Hunter Biden and his underhanded business tactics. Was his dad in on it or not? And people ask me all the time, EZ, if you're going to indict Trump and say all this shit about Trump, what is your opinion of Biden? And my opinion is that he is a goddamn crook, and he is also a dementia patient. So what does that tell you about how shitty Trump is? I would rather have the crook dementia patient than Trump. So that's what I say to people, and they say, what about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden? I say, yep, fucking terrible. Goddamn thief. Crook. Crooked as they come. Crooked as they come. That's what you and you and you have decided should lead this fucking country. It's shitheads like this. Fuck you. So anyway, this is great. You're going to love this. There is a scene on Capitol Hill today. Now, what they do, as you can see, is they all get together. There's Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's in this. And they're going to talk about whether or not they can hold Hunter Biden in what's known as contempt of Congress. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the specifics are. I'm guessing either lying to Congress or doing something to avoid speaking in front of Congress when called to speak. But that is a thing. And if you are found in contempt of Congress, the ramifications can be far-reaching and very negative for you, let alone the son of the President of the United States. Well, while all these people are talking about this, Republicans, Democrats, all these people on this committee, lo and behold, Hunter Biden shows up. He walks in, sits down, and is like hanging out. He walked in there at 10:09, and then they started to kick his ass. So then he left at like 10:23 with Marjorie Taylor Greene screaming, "You're a coward!" to him, which is fantastic. I love that. Now, I hate all these people, especially Greene. She's a fucking psychopath. But I wish I had the audio of her screaming out, "You're a coward," and some other person screaming out, where is it? "Hunter, what's your favorite kind of crack? Are you on crack today?" The person who said that in and around this room or outside of these chambers is known as an anti-Biden operative. Now, I don't think that's any formal position, but there was definitely somebody in the halls of the Oversight Committee waiting for Hunter Biden. And when that fucker walked by, the question, "What's your favorite kind of crack? Are you on crack today?" God damn, that's funny. I think he is on crack. I mean, look at his eyes. Those are crackhead eyes. That one. Look at how intense. He is 1,000,000% on crack. And look at Greene. She's like, "Aha, I got you. Fuck you." Okay, so I don't know who this other chick is, this brunette, but she's got something to say to Hunter Biden, who is seated right in front of her. Let's take a look at how that unfolded just not that long ago, today.
My first question is, who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today?
Pardon me, the audio is a little low, and that sucks.
My first question is, who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today? That's my first question. Second question, you are the opinion.
She's kind of hot. I kind of think she's hot. I don't know who Ms. Mace is. But she's kind of hot.
First question is, who bribed Hunter Biden to be here?
And I see a little nip there, too. Now, this is okay because she's an old lady, and you guys know I like old ladies.
Here today. That's my first question. Second question, you are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls to come up here and...
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr.
You have no balls. I love that. She says to the president's son, you have no balls. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like a fucking shady pro wrestling manager.
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr. Chairman,
If the gentle lady wants to hear from Hunter Biden, we can hear from him right now, Mr. Chairman. Let's take a vote and hear from Hunter Biden. What are you?
Who is this asshole?
Hold
on. Order.
Are women allowed to speak in here or no?
That a girl. Yeah. What you do is you grab the mic and you get closer. All right, it'll cut through.
Biden, what are you afraid of?
Hold on. Order.
Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Could you keep interrupting me?
Fuck yes. I want the guy saying, "What's your favorite kind of crack?" Hunter stood up and left the room, which pissed some people off. Kenny said they should have also asked him, what's better, blonde or brunette hookers, and why? Hunter stood up and left the room before Marjorie Taylor Greene spoke, tearing into the first son as a coward, and was trailed by reporters and political operatives in the hallways of the Rayburn House office building. President's son did take at least one question about his dad's role in his foreign dealings when asked why he put Joe Biden on speakerphone during approximately 20 business meetings Hunter held during his dad's vice presidency. If he called you, would you answer the phone? Replied the first son, despite the fact that his former best friend in business, Devin Archer, testified in July that Hunter often initiated those calls to impress foreign associates. So they're saying like, oh, yeah, he's doing that and then put it on speaker to prove that he can, well, which is dumb. Of course they know you can talk to him. You're the fucking son of the vice president at the time. Then it says completing the farce. The dude asked him, what's your favorite kind of crack? Are you on crack today? My God, Democrats on the oversight panel took turns Wednesday insisting that Hunter was willing to testify, but only in a public hearing rather than a deposition controlled by the panel staff. So he's trying to avoid. He skipped the scheduled December 13th deposition by claiming he would prefer to testify before the world, thereby presenting opportunities for the oversight panel's many eccentric members to filibuster on his behalf or otherwise go off message. What a crock of shit. Contempt of Congress is a crime punishable by a minimum of 30 days behind bars per offense. That ain't going to happen. Come on now. Like it matters. Two former Trump advisors, Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro, were convicted by the Biden Justice Department of crimes for refusing to testify to the House Select Committee that investigated the 21 Capitol riot. Hot chick said, "You're playing with the truth," as she lectured Biden. Hunter Biden wasn't afraid to sell access to Joe Biden to the highest bidder when he was vice president. He wasn't afraid to trade on the Biden brand, peddle influence, and share those ill-gotten gains with members of his family, including Joe Biden. Now, that's her accusation. Easy. Do you believe that? Yes. Of course he did all that shit. He's a goddamn crackhead. He wasn't afraid to compromise the integrity of the presidency and vice presidency by involving Joe Biden in shady business deals with our foreign adversaries. But Hunter Biden, you were too afraid to show up for a deposition, and you still can't today. My last message to you, Hunter Biden, the South Carolinian concluded, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's how you end it. Stupid games, stupid prizes. Uh-huh. I got you. Kenny says, she's a dom in the bedroom. Yeah, I'd never heard of her, but I got to look her up. Ms. Mace Congress. Nancy Mace. All right. Nancy Mace Wiki. We got to hope that she's like 52. Fuck. Little young. That ain't going to work for your old pal EZ. She was born 7 years after EZ. That would make her 47. So she's right on the edge of too young. Right on the edge. She looks way young there. Okay. Now, what we just saw, she looked a lot older. Okay. Yeah. Little too fresh face for me. I like him looking a little bit rough. Chris says they didn't yell. Fuck around and find out, Hunter. Kenny says that's a great age. Yeah, no, I like him more like 50. 50, 51. Like extra stretched out. Kenny says I was born 7 years after EZ2. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't seem like it. You seem like you're about 28. With the amount of whining that you do. That's what you're just remarkably immature for a 47-year-old, a 46-year-old. You remind me of like a 14-year-old. That's what I think. Chris says Easy likes him a little beat up and leathery. Oh yeah. Like Tan Mom. She's hot. I'm just kidding, Kenny. Relax. There's free beer. Just kidding. No, you don't seem like you're 47 or 46. You seem like you're much younger than that. Immature. Diana would be thrilled to hear that description of what you like. I thought about that for a second after I said it. You can't hold that against me. You got to understand. Two people. Two completely different people. Eric Zane and Eric Zaitunian. And you are reaching into the Eric Zaitunian realm and then throwing it here. And that's fucked up. You can't do that. We don't like those worlds to collide. For a little bit, it's cute. Kenny would prefer that this podcast be done by Eric Zaitunian. But no, you can't blend those two. That's a bad thing. We don't like that. That's not moving forward. That's moving more laterally or backwards. Eric Zaitunian is fucking an idiot. We don't want. He's boring. He's quiet. He's introverted. Just the worst. Kenny says so much mileage out of me saying that. Yeah, don't pat yourself on the back. Kenny says, oh, hell no, I don't want the Zaitunian podcast. Now, that's a lie. There was a time on this show you said, quote, I don't want to be your content. I just want to be your friend. Oh, you fuck. Oh, what an animal. This is the latest teacher to have sex with a child right here. All right. They need to release her immediately. Oh, my God. This is how it goes. Depending on how hot they are, that will have something to do with whether or not the crime actually occurred or whether they should prosecute. This one has another layer to it. The teacher was having sex with the kid, and then the dad of the kid was in on it. He was like, yeah, go have sex with my son. It's okay. Missouri teacher accused of having sex with a child after police see pictures. Student's father also arrested. All right, let's unpack this one. Missouri teacher faces charges on accusations she had sex with the kid. Pictures were seen of scratches on the kid's back. And then someone said, hey, how'd you get those scratches on your back? He says, well, I was having sex with Ms. Clifton, and she dug her nails into my back. True story, according to court records. The kid's dad was also charged with child endangerment, with police claiming he knew that the kid was porking the teacher and allowed it to continue. Okay, they need to set him free. Because look at her. She's a knockout. Tyler says she goes free. Dad needs jail time. Oh, absolutely not. Chris says father, son, Eiffel Tower. More on this. Haley Clifton Carmack, 26, I think she's married, was arrested in Texas on Friday, charged with first degree endangering the welfare of a child, second degree statutory rape, sexual conduct with a student, and fourth degree child molestation. That should all be thrown out. She's waiting extradition back to Missouri. She was having sex with a 4-year-old boy. No, I'm kidding. The kid was 16. On December 7th, police say a student witness reported an inappropriate relationship between the two, and that kid narked. After this all happened when the pictures of the kid's back, the statement says, claimed the boy had overheard a phone conversation between the teacher and the student in which she told the kid, I'm out of state, but I can send you money, baby, when told it was his birthday. The teacher was previously spoken to about being too close with students by the school superintendent. This all falls. The only one who should be in trouble is the school superintendent. Again, if you don't want students to have sex with kids, don't hire hot teachers. They either need to be ugly, or they need to go work hard to be ugly. They cannot look like this chick who in her prison gear is hot as shit. Police later obtained a search warrant for the chick's phone and recovered messages between her and the student that discussed their relationship. A second witness told investigators that the kid's dad had been told by both the teacher and the teenager about the relationship. I don't blame the dad. I would have said, good job, son. You guys can pork in the bedroom. The teen's father, whom people is not identifying in order to protect the victim's confidentiality, told the second witness that he didn't stop the relationship because he believed they would continue to have the relationship behind his back anyway, the statement says. So they wanted him to turn her in. So now the dad is in trouble for not doing anything. My God, in my opinion, he's father of the year. I can't even get behind these jokes. Kenny says such a messed up double standard. I don't understand. What is the messed up double standard? Linda says, where's Ashley? Didn't she say something about dating kids last week? Now, I don't know anything about that. I didn't see that. But I have heard from you all that Ashley is now single again. Now, I don't know anything about that, but I think it was said in the chat. And I heard from some of you who said, hey, yeah, that actually came out. She was referencing it, and somebody asked a question, and she answered, and then another question was asked, and another question was answered. Next thing you know, she's like, wow. Kenny says, double standard, EZ. You saying it's okay because she's hot. I knew you were kidding. Stevie says, what? Yeah. She revealed that she's single. So, if any of you are single, Ashley is on the prowl looking for the next Mrs. Ashley. Just so you know. I might have to relinquish my Ari Zane sex agent card because I've had nothing but bad luck. Absolutely horrible. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about here? Oh, my God. The latest Jeffrey Epstein thing, because every day more information is released, and these are all depositions from the Virginia Giuffre lawsuit that she won. She was one of the sex slaves of Epstein. Now, anything about a list, there has been no list. There's been no list whatsoever. But the testimony has brought names out. And the next name that came out is New Jersey Senator, disgraced New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez. Menendez's ex-girlfriend, 65-year-old Gwen Beck, not to be confused with Glenn Beck. No, Gwen Beck, a longtime pal of Epstein, was involved in a big muff-eating orgy with Epstein. With Virginia Giuffre. Now, I don't know if this is a Stephen Hawking orgy. I think this is a separate orgy. Gwendolyn Beck was named in the transcript as being like the empress of the orgy. As part of the deposition, Giuffre was provided with a list of names and was asked which one she was not trafficked to as a teenager. She says, Gwendolyn Beck, I was not trafficked to her. She was just part of trafficking. An attorney then asked Giuffre what Gwendolyn Beck's involvement was. And then Giuffre said she was involved in the orgies. The attorney asked Giuffre in the 2016 deposition, what gentlemen were involved in the orgies with you and Ms. Beck? As far as I can recall, Jeffrey Epstein, she replies. Beck did not respond to a request for comment. Her relationship with Epstein has been well documented, though this is the first time she's been accused of any wrongdoing. There's pictures of her with Epstein and Maxwell and all this shit. And yeah, holy fuck, this is remarkable. So, okay, this is her with Senator Bob Menendez, and I don't know why he's disgraced. I don't know shit about Bob Menendez. I know about John Menendez, or is that Melendez? But here she is. This is her. Gwen Beck would sit on her face. That's what she would do. This is her too. The blonde. So now she has to pick up the pieces. At the end of the day, you've got this coming out. She had been hoping it would never come out. Why do I feel like this isn't nearly as damaging if you have a chick who's involved in an orgy with Virginia Giuffre than it would be like a dude like Jeffrey Epstein or Prince Andrew or whomever? Back to Hurricane Ashley. Maureen says, Kenny, here's your chance. Kenny says Kenny is no longer single. We all know that because he announced it in what appeared to be nonchalant way, but it was actually a very prepared statement. She said Ari Zane was 0 for 3 with her. Linda says Ari Zane is 0 for 0 with me. That's not true. I worked hard to fix you up with Kevin Kuipers, and we're still waiting for him to see your genitals. You have to go out with Kuipers before you can throw me under the bus. Linda says, I date age appropriately, Kenny. Since when? That's a lie. Do you often lie on the chat? You dated a guy when you were 18 years and 1 day old who was 74. You should have no problem with Kuipers, who's 29, and you're 65. You should have no problem with that whatsoever. I don't want to hear about it. You get after it. It's time for you to make magic. All right. Linda says, am I still 25? No. All you are is a hypocrite. You need to date Kevin Kuipers starting today. Menendez, federal corruption charges twice and acting as a foreign agent for Egypt last October. All right. I'm actually going to save the Aaron Rodgers rebuttal to Jimmy Kimmel for tomorrow's free podcast because it's so ridiculous. I need more people to see it. Okay? All I can tell you is you will hate him more than ever. ESPN has an Aaron Rodgers problem because for half an hour, in addition to trying to talk his way out of the potential lawsuit from Jimmy Kimmel, he then spends 25 minutes talking all that crazy anti-COVID, anti-mask bullshit, those arguments from like years ago that stupid fucks like him would perpetuate on the public. You know? All the ivermectin bullshit, all that nonsense. Anthony Fauci's, whatever, all that. ESPN has a fucking problem. All right? They have an Aaron Rodgers problem. They need to make it so that he's no longer on that show. Okay? Linda says, it got me back on the Rodgers hate train. Exactly.
And lost calls the snow day.
Thank you. I'm off to the dentist. Have a good one, folks. Till next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.